Hey, what's up traders? Dave FX Hunter here with weekly Forex forecast for the 1st December 2020. It's actually Tuesday and I'm doing this video 2 days later. It's because the delay by the CFTC with releasing the CFTC data. It of course does not mean that I cannot trade without the COT, but the purpose of this weekly video is always to update the COT data, right? So that's why I'm doing it right now. And 1 week data will not change much our view of the markets. So what we basically know for quite some time already is that most of the markets are ranging, or we can see some some local trends in this range, and but not anything big. I will not expect until this end of this year probably. So we are seeing that the dollar is in the accumulation phase, that the euro is in the profit taking phase, and yeah, that's what we trade, and we should not actually target big reversal targets, which was actually my mistake I did in the last month. That's why we ended up in the minus 3.5% in my signal service. All right, it's not a big tragedy because last 4 months was profitable, and out of the 11 months we are profitable in more than, I think we had maybe 3 or 4 losing months out of the 11, which is still good, I think. Anyway, current market situation is better for the trading, the smaller profits, smaller scalps. That's what I've been doing in my fund, actually, where I ended around the 3.5% profit this month, right? Might someone thinking it's a small numbers, but I'm always focused on the low risk, right? So even with this 3.5% overall, I have made a profit around 20,000 to my clients. So it's not about the percentage, but about the money, right? So of course that if you trade with $1,000, 3%, it's not, it's nothing, right? Anyway, I have a new thing here for the MT4. I will show it a little bit in this video, and I love it. I think you will love it as well, because it's this institutional level in the MT4 platform, and finally my vision of the tool for the trading is now slowly finished, and I will just finish it until the end of the year completely. And I will as well make some trading guide. I will write down the strategy, how to trade, counter trends, scalps, the swing trades and everything, and I will share with you, of course, guys. So yeah, this is the plan for this month. I will probably trade another 2 or 3 weeks. We will see. Then I will take a break for the Christmas, and I will start maybe 1 week after the New Year. And yeah, I need to finish this, so I will show you this. I'm sure you will love it, because it's fill up the gap between my trading plan and execution, because those who knows me, I'm doing a lot of analysis in the trading view. But what I'm feeling my problems time to time is that I do the analysis in the trading view, then when I execute a trade in the MT4, I don't have the same drawings, like in the trading view and MT4, and then I lose actually the idea or the idea which is behind the trade, which is not good. But this, it can help with all of this. Anyway, so let's go to charts. All right. Okay, my friends, so we are looking to my website, and in this tab, order flow is where we want to find the COT data, retail positions, and all the trading tools which I provide. But first you have to, of course, fill up your email if you didn't do that, and take that you agree to receive some trading tips by the email. Then you will receive an email like this, and you will basically click in here, and after confirming that it's you will be able to access this COT data. You cannot use it on the one email from the two websites. So if you simply change to a different computer, here will appear the tab send me new code, and it will send you the new code, and you will basically receive, and again the new email, you will confirm that, and you will get the date. Your assets will be transferred to your new computer. So we are on my COT website, where is all the COT data which we want to know. But here I will just remind again that if you're interested to use the template, this completely new one, you can simply download it in here. Click to download MT4 pack, and you will be able to download this new template for your MT4, which is actually very good. So let's check what the banks has been doing in the past week and try to examine what we can learn from this. So what we are seeing here on the euro is that basically still the banks are decreasing their longs positions, and they're not building the big shorts yet. Yes, they started to build it, but this is not definitely the trend change yet. In the last week, we can see that there is a little bit growth the longs, and they decreased the shorts. So the euro is moving a bit higher now, right? On the other side, here we can see the dollar. And what we are seeing in the dollar, that it's in the accumulation phase, and we are seeing that they're building the longs positions and they adding the shorts as well, but always they close them. So this is a typical pattern for the accumulation phase. So we will probably see some retracement on the US dollar and major pairs, but it will take some time, because what we are seeing here, that the banks has been making the huge trend on the euro, and you can see that now already since the August they're trying to close their profits from the longs positions, and it will might be taking until the end of the year. Let's go to the pound and franc, another European the European territory currencies. The pound already not be in the euro. So here's the pound. What we are seeing in the pound, we are seeing the decreasing in the longs positions and the increasement in the shorts, right? So the pound is very bearish. However, it's still bullish enough against the dollar. So the pound USD still has a room to go higher. However, against the other pairs, for example, against the euro, it could be weaker. Here is the franc, another currency. So the franc was in the big downtrend, and we are seeing the same thing, decreasement in the shorts, in the longs positions. Always in the extreme they start to take the profits, right? But still not building the proper longs yet. So it can be only the pause of the trend, and then we will see if the market will give us the reversal, or if it will continue. Here is the kiwi on the left side. So what we are seeing here, we are seeing that we are in the extreme numbers on the long side, and the banks already started to build the shorts. So what's going on here? This is a big trend on the kiwi, and I think the reversal is coming, at least some profit taking, and we will see that on this week, because today is this Fed Powell's testimony, and it's actually, I think, on the Wednesday, and Friday is the NFP. We will see how they will use these news for the taking profits of this. But look, it's this year extreme longs position. So I'm thinking some profit taking should be done in here. On the right side, we have a Canadian dollar. So what we are seeing here, slight growth in the longs positions, but the shorts been growing as well. So it's like 39 to the long side, which is, you know, quite not much happening in here. It's basically in the big range right now, yeah. So it's moving up and down around the 150 pips range. It's possible to trade, but definitely not for any big targets. Aussie is right now doing this. We have seen amazing extreme numbers this year in here, and since then we are seeing the profit taking, right? We are seeing that the bank started to build shorts as well. So it's slowly getting from the, you know, from the bullish to the bearish. So the reversal could come in here. And here is a Japanese yen, slightly more bullish than bearish. I mean, not just slightly, because we can see that the aggressively close the short positions and build it long. So it's like, you know, 79 to the 21. It's actually the yen is actually getting bullish right now. Yeah. So yeah, so this is the positions. What else? What it actually tell us is that if you look to the charts, what you will see is probably something like, or we can actually go and look to the charts, right? Here, if you click to this charts, so you will probably see this. This is what we are seeing if we click to the charts, right? So what you see is basically that there has been a quite big trend on the most of the commodity pairs, which is the Aussie, Kiwi, and CAD. The yen was quite weak for this year, right? So if we look to the main pairs, the majors, and we check the especially the euro, which is telling us what's mostly happening on the most of the markets. So we can see that the euro is basically in this big profit-taking phase since the August. It's in this range, right? So this is what we are seeing here, right? And there is not big trend. It is still possible to trade. However, it's not so good for the swing trading, so most likely for the scalping, you know. So that's what I want to focus right now in the last 3 weeks of this year. And yeah, all right, so let's go now to the platform and let's look what is possible to trade there. So I will close this. Hey, so we are looking to the chart, and this is my completely new template, which is finally getting close to what I need for my trading. And I will just shortly explain this, but I will make later some proper video where I will explain all these functions of this, because I'm thinking that you will simply love it, right? And now you might thinking what he's saying, is he crazy? There's nothing on this chart, right? It looks like there is nothing, but it's important because we need to see the clean chart before we bring the technical analysis, right? Because sometimes when you draw something to the charts, it will makes you think that's gonna happen because of these charts. But when you look at a chart without any drawings, then you will might see it a bit differently, right? So what we have here on these charts, I like to have here this blue levels, which is the whole number levels, right? Some people thinking it's because the whole level number, it's like a, you know, psychological number. However, this is simply because the bank's trading on these levels, right? So the whole number level, very important. These red lines are the daily ranges, right? That means that this is the daily range how the market could move on the specific pair, and we can see it in here. It's calculated per the average of the latest 13 days. These bigger are the averages of the weekly move, right? So what does this tells me is that if the market already moved this distance, of course it does not mean that it will not move even more, but there is a lower chance that there will still the continuation of the trend, right? But of course you will see the days when this simply will break out. It's just for the information telling me how much market already moved in the average of the latest 13 days volatility, right? So next thing what we have here is of course this information panel, which tells me the spread, range, you know, swap, candle time, and the price. This is not programmed by us. And as well we have this new thing which I have found just on the Forex Factory, and I like to use it, and I'm simply implementing into my template, which you can download of course too, and you might find this useful. So it's basically the news calendar, but what I like a lot is that I can simply bring the low impact news, I can hide them, medium impact news, hide them, or the high impact, right? And what I really like is that I can filter that just for this pair, but here on the Euro JPY there is not coming news. I really like this. And what I like most is that look, I can simply click into this and it will brings me the lines on the chart, so I can see what's coming in where, what time, you know, and how to be careful. As well, I can turn on the alarms for that, you know, so I will receive the 15 minutes or however minutes you set up in the settings of this indicator. So this is pretty cool thing, yeah, so we have it here, and I think you will like this. So next thing what we have here is, I'm gonna hide this. So next thing what is here is, of course, this is, you already know, so it's actually storing the this in these shortcuts on the pairs where I have drawn something. It's storing me them in here in this shortcut, so then I simply can click Aussie Kiwi and it brings me that, right? What else we have here? We also, of course, can click these candles, which will brings me the history of the retail positions, right? So we are seeing they've been below this, now they're going a little bit higher, so most likely we will not see such a big move, but I think it could be the big enough to stop hunt all the traders which are above this one. As well, you know, I'm using the COT, so if you want to see the COT in the platform, just click this volume, and here you will receive these rectangles which actually showing me the period of the COT. And if I bring the cursor to this corner, look what I see in here. I can see the data for the euro. Basically, I can see that we have a 75% on the euro to the long side, on the JPY 79%. However, the volume is a big difference, and that's why it's going up right now. Yep, I will not do now the analyze, how to analyze that, but that's here. Now, the most important and the new thing is here. So look at this. We want to trade and on the institutional levels, and it's quite difficult to follow them, right? So when I click this, basically it brings me the institutional levels, and this is where I want to trade, nowhere else, right? And look, so this is a daily levels. I can as well bring the weekly levels, monthly levels, 4-hour levels, 1-hour levels, right? Or I can click and hide them all like this, so I have it nice and clean, which is perfect, right? So it's good that what I want to see in here. Okay, I'm seeing here is a weekly level, so most likely, look how clever, how great is their system, the system of the banks. They create this illusion of this support, right, while they having their institutional level above here. So what we could expect is maybe something like this to stop out these traders, you know, attract them into the longs, and then maybe to drop the price, right? So we have the weekly levels, daily levels. This is perfect when the weekly and daily level meets in here, right? So that's what we expect for the trading right now. Next thing what I have here is that I can visualize the high and lows. So this basically, if I click this high low, will brings me this high low. So what I'm expecting on this is that above these highs could be the stop losses, right? So it's another great tool to know that above these highs is a level. And what as well I have here, this gaps, which is actually this liquidity void. So this would be the perfect level right now when I'm seeing that if the price will come up, what most likely will happen. You can see that the retail traders are in the profit. They will take out the highs, they will fill up the liquidity void. There is a weekly and daily level. So in here I could be start to thinking about the shorts, maybe from some 4-hour level if it's there, right? So I'm actually knowing that here is a weekly daily level, but I want to be more precise, so I will find the 4-hour level or even the 1-hour level above here, which is this one. So here I could be starting to speculate for some short bounce, right? Of course, now it's a kind of like you know, counter trend trade, but I think this one could work. Anyway, if you would be looking, of course, for the long, that would be like this, right? So no problem. So with the targets into this one, right? Yeah. So this is the actually the another tool which I have here, and I can bring it with the buy or S. So basically now I click D on my keyboard and it will delete it, right? So if I wanna go buy, I simply click B, right? And if I want to place this trade, I simply activate it in here, and I click pending in here, look, and it will brings me this trade into the platform with the risk reward, with the risk 1% per trade, right? This is so cool. So, and if I want to place a sell in here, for example, let me delete this one, right? And let me delete the trade as well. So I click D, and now I will delete the trade. So if I want to bring the short, I simply click S here, right? I can activate it, and I can click pending, and trade is there. It's so cool, so easy like this. You can set up your risk. It will adjust your position as you need to, and it's here, right? So this is what I wanted to show just a little bit. And of course you can download this, and I will make some more videos, or maybe I will write down the proper guide for this strategy which you can use. All right, so let's look what I have found as a great setups, and I have them here in my shortcuts, right? So this is a Aussie Kiwi. What we are seeing in here is that this is still in the big downtrend, right? But what I would like to trade in here, I like this monthly level which is here. So basically we are heading into this monthly level, and if I bring as well the 4 hours levels, so what I will be looking for in this monthly level, which is quite bigger one, it's of course not just the exact level, I would be looking for the trade on the 4 hours. But does this mean that I will simply place a buy limit like this? No. What I will do is that if the levels will basically be hitting these levels, and I want to see first some, the move higher, removing one level in here, then a retracement into the level which will be newly created, and then I will be looking for the long, right? So that would be the safe way to enter this trade. Why I'm thinking about this as well, of course, because I did the analysis and I'm seeing that the Kiwi, the NZD is the overextended, and there will be profit taking. So for this I would be looking for. I'm honest, and I don't want to pretend that I don't have a losing trades. Of course, those who follows me, you saw that I've been doing the analysis, and I actually wanted to enter the long somewhere in here. We actually had one trade here, some profit that closed, and then I've been entering one more here, and I was stopped out, right? Of course, here it was the levels, and these levels was the 4 hours levels, right? Look, if I hide them, these 4 hours levels simply did not work. They worked a little bit, just a bit, but not for the bigger swing. So the main intention of the banks is coming into the monthly levels in here, right? And we are seeing as well that the retail traders are squeezed right now, 90% of the traders in here in the long, right? So I was actually wrong, and I was even I have this tool, you can still make a mistake, and I was on the wrong side. Anyway, so next one would be the Aussie yen. Here's the Aussie yen. So what I like is that we are seeing only 19% of the traders is in the long side, right? Let me bring this levels. So here is the 4 hour levels, and what I'm seeing in here is that we could see the stop hunt for this. Why stop hunt? Because 81% shorted here, where they would have a stop losses above this. Why? Because here was the selling, and they be definitely entering here, right? So look how they actually entered into the, when this even here is this order block, right? And we actually knew that before, and here was the possibility to take a long, right? So I'm thinking we would go into here. And how to trade this? Well, here is the chances. If the price drop lower, then would be a nice possibility to take this trade. Now what you can as well do is if you bring this daily levels, we can see the daily levels right now appears here. So if the price will come above here, this daily level of course does not mean that it will reverse the market like this. But what is great on this level, they always have at least some reaction. So if you are a scalper, this strategy just taking, just a little bit, just a little bit. So you can be very profitable in here because look, here is the level, and if you take just a little bit, even here just a little bit reaction, yeah, here was boom 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 level, just a little bit here, even the bigger, but and even the counter trend, just a little bit reaction, just a little bit reaction, again another level reaction, so most of the levels they really react very well. It was very difficult for us to code this, but if you trade, I can guarantee you that if you trade with the direction against this and you stick to the strategy and you trading just on the levels, that's very good, and you will be profitable as well. If you bring the gap, what's the best way to enter is when some lows are taken out, and when the entry is around the whole number, and as well when it's filled some gap, right, or this liquidity, then the volatility could be really big. All right, next one would be Euro Aussie. So what I'm seeing in here is this. Sorry, I must bring this level because I don't remember exactly why I was looking for the long trade right now. So yeah, I'm seeing this. So what we are seeing in here is that actually I don't think it's gonna be a big uptrend or the big reversal, right? But what actually happens here is that the more traders are now shorting, right? So they probably enter at in here, right? It's just a 52%. It's not that much, right? So actually, to be honest, this trade is not so big odds, right? So maybe just to take out these highs, right? Not any big targets. So it's good to look where it's this level, and just a little bit, as said, not that big one. And as I said on the beginning of this video, that there is not good conditions for the big swing trades, right? So this is a Aussie. We are seeing 77% traders in the short, so they're expecting the price to take down. However, we have as well seen that the banks are in the profit-taking phase. They still have a big longs, but they want to close them in the tops, right? So let's look if there is any level. Boom, and here is the daily level, right? So here is actually, we can see what was my thought about this trade. So if the price drops down, even more people will start to maybe taking the shorts, and here will appear the stop losses. This level still was not touched. It's above these two highs, so we can suspect that there will be stop losses, and this could be a nice trade, right? I don't know if it retraces down here, if it will go just up like this, right? If it happened like this, then it would be nice to take some scalp in here. Okay, next one is a Euro Kiwi. Okay, on this trade I was actually stopped out as well. I actually had some profit, then it's what moving sideways, and I closed it yesterday. But right now we are seeing it's moving sideways, and I think they will still take it a bit lower through this. Why? I think there was some level, right? So on the daily, look, so basically the price will not move up just like this from nowhere. What first has to happen is that some liquidity has to be loaded, and the liquidity is below these levels, right? So what do we have here? Let me bring it all. Okay, so we don't want to see too much things, so high lows, right? So you can see here is this one gap, second gap, right? So all of them could be taken out below the whole level. Here is as well almost the whole weekly range, that would be giving us a good clue that it could go higher, right? uh, Now you might thinking, well, if he's saying he would buy down here, why he don't short, right? Well, I would short only if the price move a bit higher, in here, then I would might look for the short. But as said, the kiwi, it's already, it's in too much overextended trend, and we have seen that the positions are in the extreme long, so maybe I would skip it. Next one, this is actually the kiwi, right? So what I'm thinking still here is that here is this daily level, and I'm still thinking this daily level will be visited. That's actually why I closed my shorts yesterday. So I'm thinking the price will go higher. So how to trade it right now? If it drops first down like this to attract more sellers from the retail, then here will appear more stop losses, right? So then I would take even the buy in here. But if the price comes up in here, if the price comes up in here and it will start to drop and remove, some level on the 4 hours, which will create a new level in here, so then I would be looking for the retracement and the entry down here. Next one is the euro. Yeah, so here is what's happening on the euro. Here was actually this 4 hours level hit yesterday, and look at the reaction, right? It dropped, but where it dropped exactly into this level. So one level removed, another level is inside. This is how looks the retail positions. We know that the banks are very bullish, right? If we look at it like this. So what's here? Right, 75% bullish side. Here is the daily level above, so I'm thinking that the euro still could surprise. How I would trade it. Of course, that would be perfect to take a target in here, but I think that's gonna be more difficult way. So if you take just the trade 1 to 2 risk reward, like this, with the target around 120, 120.3, so that could be nice. Next one is this is the USD CAD, and yeah, so I'm actually taking the longs on the USD CAD for quite some time because it was reacting here on these beautiful levels, and we had actually the long trade in here. Actually this month the CAD was kind of terrifying for me. What happened was that I actually had an amazing entry on somewhere around here. It went up and then it comes down, to the break even. And something similar actually happened in here as well. Actually in here we had the 2 good trades. This happened in here, and in here it went to the break even again, and then the last one we had a stop loss, right? So it was how to explain that? It's basically I made one mistake. We are trading in the range, right? And I was already expecting the price to go higher, so I did quite bigger targets. So what I should do is to do the targeting not bigger than the half of this weekly range, right? Because sometimes when you want to take the whole move, then you will end up, when the price drop down like this, you will end up in very small profit or maybe the break even, so it's better to close it here and get out. Anyway, right now, as I have it all in the MT4, I believe that finally I will see everything more better than when I use it with the trading view. So what I'm expecting here on the USD CAD is this. Maybe if the price retraces, maybe it will not retrace already, because it's actually already retraced it into the level. So what I'm thinking is that we might see the stop hunt for these lows into this daily level, and from here I would be looking for the long, but as well again price must break first, and remove one level. How does it looks like to remove one level? Well, it means something like this. So as we have this level, right, this one, same like this one. So I need to see the price break through the previous level, and then it retrace into the another level. Then from here I will be taking a long, right? So that's what I want to see here, something like this. Here is a previous level. I want to see it removed, and then I want to see the retracement and then the long. Okay, and the last one is the gold. Okay, so here is actually what's happening on the gold, and let me bring it on the daily, and let me clear this. Let me clear this, right? So we are, here's actually the thing is already happening, right? So here was the daily level where I was expecting the price to move higher. Let me bring this level here. See, and this level still has this accumulation phase in here, right? So if you would be entering here, you cannot use the small stop loss like that. You must put the stop loss below here, right? Anyway, I did not enter the trade, and right now what I'm looking for is where the price is actually reacting now. It's reacting on the 4-hour levels, which are nested in this daily level, right? So we have the daily level, and these 4 hours levels are actually making our entry more accurate, right? So if I go to the 4 hours right now, so what I'm seeing here right now is that actually, look, so this level is now tested, and if it will be removed, it means that what I need to see is to move a bit higher like this to create a new high where the new breakout traders will enter. So then I will see the price to drop back down in here, where then will be created a new level on the 4 hours where I will like to enter for the long, right? So the new level is not here yet because it's not confirmed yet. All right, and this is it. Right now, what's the next steps is definitely to bring the alarm to the when the new levels are created or removed, and that's what you can receive then in the emails. Okay, my friends, I hope this was not boring, and I think this is an amazing tool right now, and you would be glad to use it. So stay tuned on my YouTube channel, and I will bring this new videos how to use this. And my plan into the end of the year is to write down the proper strategy for this, the type of the trades, as I said, this counter trend scalps and the swing trades, how to use this, how to use the COT, and all of this. All right, my friends, bye bye.